Hello, everyone. This is Natalie Restored, your multi-dimensional channeler, your intuitive hypnotist, creating a bridge between your abilities to download more and more and receive more and more guidance on your own through the connections we have regularly. So welcome to this beautiful activation focusing on New Earth. So before we start, please let me know who's joining. Just put your name in the comment section and where you're from. So, New Earth, André is there. Hello, bonjour, André. Um, New Earth is definitely a dream, is definitely a vision, and at the same time, it is already there, ready to envision, to integrate. Some of us probably do feel that New Earth is somehow breathing, living, expressing itself through them, while some others may have to work more around that. Either way, that's what we will work on in the next 7 days, or I should say, definitely today and next Friday. Hello, Erica. Hello, Anne, Heidi. I am happy to see you guys here. So today is the first part of a two-part bundle activation process around New Earth. Today, we are, for the next 30 minutes or so, focusing on what is the ideal community or vision of a community working with the energy of New Earth. What is the ideal behavior, the ideal vision, the ideal concept, the ideal perception of what makes a community? What is the creation? What do we want to create? How do we want to see it? And again, a community is made out of different individuals. So it is important to know where we stand in that community. What can we bring to the community? But how do we live? How do we express our own energies, our own vision? How do we accept who we are with the gifts we have? And if, of course, most of the time unconsciously, you are projecting a lack of self-confidence, a lack of self-acceptance, a lack of not feeling good enough, well, then whether you want it or not, it's being somehow projected around you. And by us working on ourselves, not only, of course, do we elevate our own vibration, which will in return, lost my microphone, but in return, bring people, bring situations, events, put us in situations where we will uplift even more our vibration. So we will work today and everything will be channeled. So I have no clue what's going to come through and who we will connect with. All I'm asking you is to play the game, connect as well as if you are receiving the data on your own. But again, today we will be working around the idea of us, the individual within the community, in the ideal New Earth. And a few days ago, I asked on Facebook, but also on Instagram, okay, what is your vision of New Earth, guys? And I got a few answers. And feel free to do so here too. What is your ideal vision of the community? Today, we really focus on the community. What is the ideal interaction between individuals in a system that is actually respecting the individual in its uniqueness, but can actually allow the individual to expand, to grow, and the community to grow, and the world to grow while integrating everyone? What is your vision around that? Do you have any thoughts? Do you have any dreams? Do you have anything you would like to share about your vision of what would be the ideal community atmosphere, system, behavior for an individual, but also for the community itself in this envisioned new earth. So feel free to share what you envision personally. But last time I asked that, one of my friends and colleagues where I work here on Vancouver Island just shared, well, new earth is here already. And yes, does it make sense to you when we say new earth is here already? I would like to hear your point of view around that, about, you know, what you think new earth is. But it is already there. Is it already there? Is it already accessible to us all? And I'm not here to answer this. All I can share is that timelines are all parallel. A timeline is the way life is unfolding as we are experiencing it. So we are right now on a timeline where Earth, people, the world, Gaia, Earth is reacting in a certain way and receiving and sharing and sharing an energy that is already set in a certain way. But just know that there are multiple and multiple of timelines who are, let's say, in a worse position, and some that are in a better position where everything is more integrated, where everything feels more in harmony. So you have the ideal version of New Earth. You have us now. You have the worst vision of New Earth, and you have all the possibilities in between. So I would like to hear from you guys before we start. What would you like New Earth to be from a community standpoint? What would be for you the ideal role of leaders and individuals? How could we interact? I just want to hear your point of view. There's no right or wrong. Definitely no right or wrong here. There's just a perception, a dream, a desire. And as soon as I hear from you, we will dive in. Today's activation, again, is around focusing on New Earth's energy and what would be the ideal vision and perception of a community, of a collaboration between individuals, between the leaders and the ones who are following the leaders. Heidi says, I'll share that with you, and I'm waiting for more of your beautiful insights. People living in harmony with each other, in unconditional love for all sentient beings. Totally. This is beautiful. Let me wait for more comments. And as I said before we start, this is a two-part process. Next week, we will kind of touch all the other areas of New Earth. Today, we're talking about community, but next week, we will definitely clear whatever needs to be clear in our personal field in order to match the vision we have of New Earth. Even if other people around us do not have the same vision, either brighter or darker, it doesn't matter. Us, we have a vision. We would like to interact with nature, Gaia, with people, with animals, with the weather, with anything around us. Some people, each one of us, would like to really be aligned with their vision. So if there are any blocks around that, we will work on clearing them next week. Everything around the economy, everything around the ecology, everything around how we interact with other sentient beings, as Heidi said. So there's the dream and there's our reality. How can we live in the ideal version of New Earth while maybe others are still working on their own vision of what is the ideal Earth? What do we need to clear individually? Do we still have issues with our family or past lives? Do we still have kind of a blurred vision of what we are meant to be doing? Remember, we all have a mission. We can all help here. So this is what we will do next week. Again, today we're really focusing on the community role, collaboration, and next week we will really work on every aspect of New Earth. And again, New Earth is really there. We all have different visions, and some elements might interconnect, might meet somewhere, and some others like, yeah, I see the world being this way, and another person does. What if we could all create a reality that is matching our own vision? So Erica says unconditional love for all beings. I love that. Tammy says smaller governments and more smaller community sharing, embracing love with each other, back to nature. Totally love that too. Andre says sharing the resources or of resources, skills, and gifts to ensure there's no lack and that everyone has what they need to thrive. Well, I think between all of us, we could make a wonderful new vision. So we will work on that. I'm just reading Erica. No one going without. Everyone has good housing, clothing. We support and love each other, respecting that each soul is its own unique journey, is on its own unique journey. Totally, totally. So I think this is beautiful. I think we're ready to go. And again, today working on the community aspect. If you are available next week, I don't have the link yet ready for it. Again, I had some little technical issues. Next week at 3:30 Pacific time. So next Thursday, which will be the 29th at 3:30 Pacific time, which is 6:30 Eastern time, which is 11:30, is it? Yeah, 11:30 in the UK. So next week, we will have a more complete, and it will be activation, and it will be like an now 60 to 75 minutes. So I'll share the link with you guys in the next hours. And if you're available to join, live would be better. It will be available as a replay, of course. But I do offer a short higher self connection at the end. I always do that. I just pick one of the participants and I will offer one of you the chance to connect and receive guidance from your higher self. It can be connected to the new earth or whatever you're meant to be receiving in order to move forward. So that will be next week. But I think we're ready to start. All right, guys. So sit comfortably. Make sure you won't be disturbed maybe for the next 10 minutes, 12 minutes or so. And let's get ready. So close your eyes right now. I'll just remove my glasses. Take a deep breath in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. And again, deep inhale through the nose. And when you breathe out until no more breath. As if you are sighing out all the tension, all the mental thinking we have somehow we required to be activated as we were envisioning New Earth. But right now we will feel New Earth. It won't be just a concept. It will be a feeling, a sensation. So for the next 3 more breathing cycle, again, we will do this at our own pace. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Use your powerful, creative imagination to see yourself in a beautiful bubble of white light. Your whole body is immersed in that bubble of white light. This bubble of white light is part of your energy field. But at the same time, because you're focusing on it right now, you sense that it is plugged right into your heart center, analyzing, scanning your own feelings, your own blocks, your own fears, your own worries, and at the same time, your own resources, as if the bubble of white light around you could know exactly what needs to be updated and what needs to be released. When we're talking about envisioning the ideal life for yourself in a community that will allow you to blossom, to use your gift, not only to keep you in a healthy situation on all levels, but also to help humanity, whomever you touch, evolve. What you do personally ripples on other people, which is creating the foundation of an ideal new earth. This bubble of white light also is activating all the sensors you have in your energy field to connect to higher vibrations around you. Connecting to higher vibration that will help you unlock what is stagnant, what is dormant, what is outdated, and clear what is stopping you from living the dream. You see your body in the white light. You feel the space between your body and the white light. And you're totally aware that there's a world beyond the white light. There's the people you know, that you love. There's your community, there's your country, there's the world. And everybody outside you, even the ones you know very well, are vibrating at a different, everybody's vibrating at a different frequency. Some are really highly vibrational. Some are at your level. Some are lower vibrational. Either way, you understand that they are evolving at their own pace. Some will be slower. Some will be faster than you. Either way, you're not affected in your own growth process. I will count from 1 to 10. And at 10, you will feel yourself, see yourself elevating your own energy as if you were rising while your body is deeply grounded to Gaia, to this beautiful planet who wants us to help her grow and evolve. You are also connected to something divine that we will actually even connect to a higher level as I count up. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have beings from Lyra, which belongs to the Vega star system. And those beings, you might see them. Remember, I want you to play the game. Whatever I see and receive, I am describing the best I can. And you recreate the visions as if they were yours. You make it yours. Right now, to me, they look like light beings. You can see through them. They're just light. Even though they look like, or they have a humanoid shape, you can sense the head, you can sense the body. it's totally see-through. They don't have this 3D body. They don't have a flesh. They don't have organs, or at least from the perspective we have right now. And there's a table in front of us, what looks like a table. And there's many, many beings, not only the Lyrans, but let's say that there's one Lyran and one assistant, I'll call, that is leading us as a greeting, as a welcome. Come and join the conference. Come and join the meeting. And there are different people, different beings talking about Earth. There are beings from different star systems, planets, worlds. Take the time to look at them. Take the time to see if you recognize beings, species, if you hear them, if you feel them. But we are welcomed now. We are welcomed into a massive gathering, a very high vibrational energy gathering. They're not discussing the way the UN would discuss a topic. They're all there and they talk telepathically. And all of us are watching, are witnessing this conference, and we're invited as representatives of Earth, as if we were ambassadors, as if we were ready to listen to what they want to offer us as guidance. So they are already telling us that they have been working on making sure that more and more of us, Earth beings, are receiving the information. They're talking about dolphins and whales as beings who are carrying that information already. They are carrying the coding of new Earth, and if we think of them, better if we can see them and interact them, but we do not have to physically be in contact with them to communicate with them. So they really want us right now to communicate telepathically with dolphins and whales as they're carrying the wise and quiet message of peaceful harmony. They're saying that even though we have disrupted their environment, we're talking about oceans and all bodies of water, they still emit a very strong frequency of harmony. They want us to take example, as they don't have any resentment at all. After what we've done to their environment and to their species, they are still waiting patiently for us to hear the call for unity, for unison, to work all together. And they say that they will connect with us through dreams or meditations. We may hear them, we may see them, but they are right now, for at least this duration of time, for this period we're going through, they will be our translators. They will receive information from higher realms, and we will receive them. We will receive the message from those aquatic beings. If we're here together, whether you are experiencing this live or later, it doesn't matter, you're still here. we are invited to clear any kind of fear we have around us not being able to find people who have the same vision for New Earth. To clear any kind of fear we may have around, I am alone seeing this ideal vision. Am I alone really to work on this? So clearing any fears, any doubts, any worries, any old program around not feeling adapted to what's coming ahead and how we can be of service. That's why we are welcomed, or we have been invited to this galactic conference. It's simply because they know we're ready. There's no coincidence why you're here. They want us to remember that New Earth is available. There's already many, many, many versions of New Earth. Some, again, as I said, in the lower vibration, some at a higher, but we can shift and accelerate the process if we are living New Earth every day with our friends, with even people we don't understand, even with people we may judge as darker, lower dimension or lower density, or whatever people may be trapped in. They want us to keep our frequency high, to observe and never get entangled into people or a community or a movement that is promising something. As soon as we feel it's not a match, we need to get ourselves out of the movement or the ideology, because we are our own sovereign and we know what is right for us. They are working as a unity. They are working as a community to send us vibrations, signs, to upgrade us regularly. That is their commitment as a community, a galactic community, to help us. They want us to know that they're hoping, and actually they're not hoping, they're working, they're helping us to make sure that we work with our siblings, our brothers and sisters of all species and races, including the tiny insects, including the smallest grass to the smallest insect. They're hoping we will work with every tiny creation here on Earth the way they work up there for us. They say that it hasn't been always peaceful all the time for them too, but they have gathered all the civilizations that are meant to make a difference as a group. They realize that connecting together as every species, as every civilization has a gift to share, they realized that they would move a lot faster, a lot further by gathering the gifts, the knowledge, the energies, as they all have a different gift. And that's what they want us to integrate. They are hoping they'll be back. They're like Arnold Schwarzenegger will be back. They'll be back next Thursday to finalize the work we're doing now. And I didn't know that. It's Natalie talking that. I didn't know, but it probably will be the same group, because they believe it's just the starting point for us right now. And if you're here, it's because you sense you need that little push, that little integration. Right now, they want you to really envision dolphins and whales diving deep, deep into the ocean together. And even if we realize that the sunlight is slowly disappearing and it's getting darker and darker, by going to the depth of who we are, that's how we break out I just see right now the dolphins and the whales going so deep that they're opening a breach, a vortex into an energy flow. So imagine like really deep into the ocean, there's some kind of underwater mountain formation, and there's suddenly a crack, there's suddenly an opening in that formation, and light is coming out through, like very bright, very colorful, and you're immersed as if we were underwater as well, all of us. And again, there's no need to know what we're clearing right now. We're clearing the fears that we cannot make it. We're clearing the fears that we'll never have the energy to help ourselves, first of all, ourselves, to understand what is my place here? How can I help Earth? How can I help my community? How can I help my family? How can I feel abundance? How can I feel that I have enough that I can share? So let's erase the lack. And that's what is happening. It's just clearing that energy of lack, that energy of fear. Feel the light entering each pore of your skin and recoding or unlocking this deep knowledge that you are indeed connected to higher realms, but also to deeper realms in the water, far, far beyond our human vision. Hear the whales, hear their wisdom, hear the playfulness of the dolphins, as you can feel extremely harmonious while feeling like a child and childlike energy, being playful. Take a deep breath in through the nose and breathe out completely, thanking the whales and the dolphins. They're saying they will come to us in the next days, in the next 7 days, as they have pretty much decided for us that the next 7 days will be 7 days of understanding what we're here to be doing. In this time, there's something happening in this period of time where we can actually bring our vision into concrete actions and see things blossom. So you will hear, see, dream, envision whales and dolphins, and you will sense, you will feel you're so close to them. You will feel their energy, you will feel their calmness, and you will feel their gift to us. I'm thanking, and please let's do that together, thanking all the whales, all the dolphins, all the sea creatures, all the galactic friends for inviting us to this journey. And as we know, we will continue on this path to create the ideal work by transcending everything that is outdated for us and helping others do the same along the way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, take a deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out until no more breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes. How do you feel, guys? I need water. I just want to tell you that if you hear the music in the background, they're all from Jonathan Goldman, which is a sound healer. So I'm just playing different music. So I had one, but it started to play the playlist. And the last one, I love it. It's called Convergence. And that is so underwater sound. I can hardly wait to hear from you guys. How do you feel? So it was a surprise for me. I had no clue who would show up. I had no clue that they were waiting for us the way they did. I had no clue that they're waiting for us next week to dive a little bit deeper, and they're happy that we're doing that step by step, meaning we start slowly today with a 30-minute connection, as next week will be a little bit deeper, and it's totally fine. We need to clear all our personal fears in order to help others move forward. But how did it go for you? Again, whether you're watching this live or as a replay, I will read your comments. And again, I'm inviting you. Unfortunately, I don't have the link yet because last minute technical issues. But next week, Thursday, the 29th, April 29th, at 3:30 Pacific time, which is 6:30 Eastern, which is 11:30 UK, and I believe 8:30 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. in Australia. Again, we'll check that. I'll share the link. Don't worry. But we will spend an hour to 75 minutes to complete the envisioning of New Earth. We just worked today on the community and how to work as a group, not just alone. It's good to work on ourselves, but I think the unity and the beautiful example of the dolphins and the whales, and actually the energy we have in the underwater. I don't know if you're doing snorkeling or you're swimming underwater, how it feels when everything feels calm. It was that kind of work. So I hope you're going to be joining us, because you know why? The more we are, it seems the more we're elevating this energy. So it's beautiful. So I'm reading your comments. I feel calm, more at peace within. Thank you. I love it. And yes, looking forward for next week. Definitely. I hope you can join us. Andre says, at the count of 10, I had an instant flow of tears, feeling loving presence all around. Thank you. Interesting. Andre, do you know what kind of presence it was? I think Andre is a beautiful friend of mine and a colleague, as we're working in a partnership. And I think your friends were waiting for you. That's the only thing I'll say, Andre. You'll know what I mean. Heidi says, you have been feeling very emotional the last few days in your heart chakra. And it's funny, that's where they want it to work. It's never starting the same way. Whoops, that's my phone. I'll be back because it's loud. Sorry about that. Is that weird to leave you guys just to make sure I turn my phone off? Sorry about that. So yes, there's a lot of energies. I forgot what I was saying, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it started with the heart. When we start, usually, of course, the white light is always there, but they wanted to start with the heart today. So wonderful. It really talked to you. Erika says, thank you. At the end, I got super hot. I feel tingly and relaxed. Lovely, beautiful energy. Yeah, for sure. Warmth, tingling, cold and warmth, feeling lightheaded, wanted to drink a lot is totally a sign of energy shift. All right, Heidi says, I did have a sharp pain in my left shoulder blade only for a moment, and warm too. So if ever you have a little pain while we are working together, it's just your higher self showing you where there's a trapped emotion and is saying, let me make you feel it. Let me show you where the trapped energies are before we release them. Okay, if it's not gone by the end of the activation, it's time to let it go. And if it's gone, then the work is done. Perfect. It was my pleasure, guys. I'll let you go right now. I hope to see you next week. Again, I'll share the link for you to join us. Invite anybody, as it will be, let's say, the complement of what we started today. Our friends are waiting for us. And we can definitely go deeper into this work. And please come back and tell me here in the comments or anywhere, or if you want to send me a personal message, but let me know if you see whales, if you hear dolphins, or if you happen to see on TV something about the whales. Just let me know how you will receive their message, because I'm pretty sure for the next 7 days or so until the next activation, they will be in your field as a way of reminding you, remember, we're here. Remember, if us, we can work as a community, as a whole, as a group, even though, you know, some of the beings, probably humans, have not always been very balanced in their energy. We're still here, ready to help, ready to feel peaceful. I hope to see you next week. Until then, I wish you a great day, a great morning, a great evening, wherever you are in the world, and talk to you very soon in the group on YouTube, and hopefully next week. Bye for now.